Hebrews 11:1 states, now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Hebrews 11:6 states, and without faith it is impossible to please him. For whoever would draw near to God must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who seek him. Romans 10:17 states, so faith comes from hearing, and hearing through the word of Christ. Proverbs 3:5 and 6 states, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. Psalms 46:10 states, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Psalms 37:5 and 6 states, commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him, and he will bring forth your righteousness as the light and your justice as noonday. Luke 1:37 states, for nothing will be impossible with God. Luke 18:27 states, but he said, what is impossible with men is possible with God. I thank you all so very much. I thank you all so very much for taking time to tune in to this live stream. Hi, hello. My name is Pebbles, founder of Missing, Lost, and Trafficked, founder of Lured, Lost, and Unsolved. I have a bit of an update that I would like to share with you all regarding Ralph Yarl, a 16-year-old who was shot multiple times by an 85-year-old man just a few days ago. So I'm going to go ahead and share that update regarding his status as I post a photo I retrieved from multiple media sources here to show you the man who has been charged with shooting Ralph Yarl. Thank you for sharing. 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 And thank you for caring. This is coming out of WBEZ Chicago NPR. After days of outrage over the shooting of a black teen, officials charged the gunman. Protests in Kansas City and outrage nationwide mounted this weekend over the shooting of a black teenager whose family says he accidentally came to the wrong address to pick up his younger siblings. On Monday evening, Clay County prosecutor Zachary Thomas identified the shooter as Andrew D. Lester, an 85-year-old white man. Thomas Tomlinson of office filed felony criminal charge of first degree assault and armed criminal action against Lester. Additionally, a warrant has been issued for the man's arrest. Thompson shared during a press conference. Ralph Yarl is a 16-year-old high school junior, survived the shooting on April 13th. He was released from the hospital on Sunday and is now recovering at home with family, his father told the Kansas City Star. When asked whether he believes the shooting was racially motivated, Thompson said nothing of that nature is clear in the probable cause documents. He said Yarl and Lester didn't appear to have any interaction before the shooting. We understand how frustrating this has been, but I can assure the criminal justice system is working and will continue to work, he said during this press conference. This all comes after public outrage over officials' perceived delay in identifying and pressing charges against the person responsible for the teen shooting. Though Lester was taken into custody shortly after the incident, he was released the next day. In the shooting's aftermath, officials remained largely tight lipped on the case. In a statement Monday, civil rights attorney Ben Crump and Lee Merritt said President Biden spoke with the teen and his family, whom they're representing. It was moments after this call that their clients were informed that prosecutors were pursuing charges against Lester, the man who is responsible for the deplorable shooting of this innocent boy, the attorney said. Gun violence against unarmed Black individuals must stop. Our children should feel safe, not as though they are being hunted. While this is certainly a step in the right direction, we will continue to fight for Ralph while he works towards a full recovery. The circumstances of the shooting, paired alongside images of the 16-year-old student with his bass clarinet and younger siblings, sparked an emotional response in Kansas City and on social media. By Monday, even the vice president had weighed in. Let's be clear, no child should ever live in fear of being shot for ringing the wrong doorbell, Kamala Harris wrote on Twitter. Every child deserves to be safe. Thompson said officials took time to thoroughly review the case before pressing charges to ensure justice is done. When asked why attempted murder or hate crime charges weren't pursued against Lester, Thompson said his office chose the charges that held highest level of possible prison time for the shooter. Thompson offered few additional details on the shooting during Monday's press conference beyond what police had previously shared. Short before 10 p.m. on Thursday, April 13th, police were called to a residence in Clay County, Missouri, in the northern part of Kansas City. They found that a teenager had been shot in front of the residence by a homeowner, said Kansas City Police Chief Stacy Graves at a Sunday press conference. The teenager was transported to the hospital with life-threatening injuries, authorities said. The homeowner was taken into custody. Investigators recovered a firearm from the scene. According to Yarl's family, the teenager was planning to pick up his younger siblings from a friend's house, but he drove to the wrong address. His family says confusing 115th Street for 115th Terrace. He parked in the driveway, went up to the door, and rang the doorbell. His Aunt Faith Spoonmore said in a video posted to social media. The man inside opened up the door and shot him in the head through the glass door. When Raphael was on the ground, he shot him again. Those details were repeated Sunday by Lee Merritt, a civil rights lawyer representing Yarl's family. Yarl was seriously injured, but was able to run to a neighbor's house for help, his aunt said. He was hospitalized for 3 nights. Citing the ongoing investigation, police refused to release details about the shooting, including how many times Yarl was shot or where he was injured. Police also declined to say whether the homeowner called 911. Thompson revealed Monday that the teen was shot in the head and arm, and that Yarl didn't make any entry into the house at any point. Lester's charging documents indicate that he was shot rounds through a glass door, Thompson said. That he, shot rounds through a glass door, Thompson said. Graves acknowledged Sunday the racial components at play in the case. Graves said previously that Lester was cooperating with police and not considered a flight risk. Missouri law requires that a suspect must be charged within 24 hours or else be released, police said Sunday. In conjunction with local prosecutors, police decided to release the shooter pending further investigation, Graves said, including the need to obtain a formal statement from Yarl. A formal statement is planned and forthcoming as the teen injuries allow, she said. We recognize the frustration this can cause in the entire criminal justice process. Missouri is among the 38 states with a stand your ground law, a criminal defense doctrine that allows people to use physical force if they reasonably believe they are under threat with no duty to retreat. The state also has a castle doctrine, which generally allows a resident to use deadly force against someone who unlawfully enters their home. On social media, family members posted photos and mementos of Yarl and his achievements. A recruitment letter from Yale undergraduate admissions office, an invitation to participate in a 15-day performance tour of Europe with other Missouri students, musicians, an honorable mention by the Missouri All-State Band for his bass clarinet ability. Yarl's goal is to study chemical engineering at Texas A&M University and visit West Africa before starting college, his aunt wrote in a GoFundMe page. The fundraiser has already raised more than 2.1 million. Even though he is doing well physically, he has a long road ahead mentally and emotionally, she wrote. This trauma that he has to endure and survive is unimaginable. Over the weekend, Yarl's story spread widely on social media, including Instagram and TikTok. Several high profile celebrities with large followings, including Holly Berry, Kerry Washington, and Justin Timberlake, posted about the case and encouraged their followers to urge local authorities to arrest and prosecute the shooter. Missing lost in traffic is extremely excited. We are so elated to know that Yarl has returned home with his family, and we will indeed keep the faith and pray that he will make a full recovery. I just want to show you a few photos I found that has been widely circulating on social media of Yarl before this very traumatic and devastating shooting incident took place. Here is it seems to be a rather earlier and more youthful photo of Yarl. And there are extremely talented artists taking the time out to um, draw or sketch pictures of this very talented young man. Here's another photo I found of him while scrolling on Facebook. So I just want to share that with you all. I don't intend for this to be a very a lengthy live stream. I did want to give you all a oral update. Um, I could have just, simply posted or shared an update, perhaps written an article. I am just so um, overcome with emotion, just knowing that this young man had survived when there have been so many other young black males across this country who unfortunately did not survive, did not pull through after similar heinous actions were carried out against them, presumably because of their skin tone, really. So I wanted to make sure that I discuss the update regarding this young man's status and let you all know that the 85-year-old man who shot him multiple times has has been arrested. He has been charged. And I hope the charges stick and justice is served to its fullest capacity in this a very, very unfortunate, um, preventable tragedy. I thank you all so very, very much for taking time out of your busy schedules, your busy day, your busy evening to tune in to this live stream. And I must say, I am very, very much pleased with the um, update I've recently learned of and have shared with all of you. Thank you all so much. Stay safe and have a great night.